So when you talk to somebody like me about the right reason to use the managed metadata services, one of the most exciting things is about its ability to alternate label. So one of the things that you can do as part of a SharePoint system in the term store here is have alternate labels, otherwise other naming structures that you use for your metadata. What does that mean? Well, sometimes, especially if you're like in a government organization or a large corporation, you have acronyms, you have different wording for different things, or different departments that have different understanding of kind of the same concept. And so if we're looking at some kind of global way, instead of trying to force people to know the way that we have the metadata stored, we can have these other labels. So you can see in particular here, like for Apple, we have AAPL, Apple Computer, different ways that they could store there. You can see for HiMonkey, we actually have some other names that used to be former names of my company years and years ago. But even more importantly, taking this one step further, is sometimes you can have different things like this. And so one of the things that can happen a lot is people misspell. They mistag. They have bad spelling. One of my most classic examples is we were working with the Department of Agriculture, and one of their biggest things was the word biodiesel and how many different ways you can spell the word biodiesel wrong. As a matter of fact, when they looked at their search logs, they actually found that the word biodiesel was actually spelled wrong well over 100 different ways. But number 17 on the list of using it as a search term was the correct spelling of it. So a lot of times what we can do is, instead of forcing people to be better spellers, we can use alternate labeling so that we can kind of understand that. Well, how do we figure that out? Well, we can look at the search logs. We can find out from people. We can even open up enterprise keywords to see how they spell things in that. But there's a lot of mechanisms to do that. But overall, we have to pay attention to this. And if we pay attention to this and we do things like these alternate labels here, we can actually create a much better experience for the user, because now, even if I happen to actually type it in wrong, it may still resolve to the right thing.